Affirm that. Why? Because by his revelation that Allah has hand. However, there is a principle laid out in the Quran. Laysa kamithlihi shay. There is nothing like unto him. Wa huwa samiul basir, and he's all hearing, all seeing. So when we affirm that Allah has hand, we do not say that Allah's hand is like unto his creation.
Great. Now,
do you understand the point?
Yes, I understood the point
Good.
perfectly.
Good.
Now, please notice that's
Good.
what listening looks
Good.
like. I listened to everything you said.
No problem.
Without interruption.
No
now,
problem.
I would ask you to return me the courtesy.
Go on.
Because the reality is, what you have done there is a logical contradiction. If you say on one hand that Allah has hands, but then you're saying on the next hand that nothing that you can think of or imagine, see what I did there? Nothing that you can say or imagine, or think or imagine, is like Allah's hand, then the word hand stops communicating anything and it simply becomes a noise. Because we started this conversation, remember, by saying that the difference between a noise and a word is that a word communicates something.
Good.
But if the word noise in the Quran, right? If that noise in the Quran that we say is hand, communicates nothing to us because Allah is not like anything is creation, then all we have is a sound that just happens to correspond to a word that actually does communicate something. In other words, in the Quran, nothing is communicated by the word hand from what you've said, and that means that these are not words in the Quran, they are sounds in the Quran, meaning that they aren't words.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Look, if I ask you the question, Allah is all-knowing, God is all-knowing. You understand the meaning of knowing, correct?
Exactly.
But do you understand the reality of Allah's knowledge? How Allah is all-knowing? Do you know that? How God is all-knowing? Do you know that? Answer the question. No, answer the question.
I'm going to.
Go on then.
Right. So here you've just asserted another contradiction. Because you have just said that Allah is all-knowing.
Yes.
But you have also asserted that Allah is not like anything you can think or imagine.
Yes.
But that means that what you think or imagine you understand by the word knowing is not Allah.
Does everyone understand the word knowledge? Does everyone know the word knowledge? Right.
In other words,
what's your point?
Now notice you're interrupting again, and I didn't interrupt
Go on. Sorry, I apologize. Go on.
Thank you, accepted. So in other words, when you said knowledge, you didn't actually say anything to me. All you made was a sound, but then what you did is you appealed to a created concept of knowledge in the hope that everyone confuses the two things. Remember, you said. Remember,
you are confused.
You're interrupting again.
I'm not.
It's not my fault that you can't follow a logical argument. Now, in terms of, you have said that Allah's knowing is not like our knowing. So in other words, Allah's knowledge is nothing like...
Don't worry. No, let him complete. Don't worry, let him complete.
It's nothing like... Now the Muslims are rattled.
Let him complete. Sam. Let him complete. Don't worry. Let him complete.
Sam is rattled.
Let him complete.
Because he knows
Sam. Don't interject. No, I'm actually asking him not to interject. Sam, don't worry. I'll refute him. No problem. Sam, come behind. Allah will help me, inshallah. Go.
We'll just have to focus.
Go on. Go on.
So, my point to you is, if Allah's knowing is not like anything we can think or imagine, then appealing to the idea of what we can think or imagine by knowing is a false appeal.
Right.
How do you address that point?
Okay, so if you're telling me, first of all, where did I ever say that my understanding of Allah is all-knowing is a created concept? Did I say that?
Do you want me to answer that question?
No. First of all, then I'll let you complete. Then let me complete. First of all, okay. That means by your ideology, you believe the existence of God, but not in reality. That is what your point. Because if you're telling me that God does not have any attributes, then what is God then?
Do you want me to reply to that?
Go on.
Okay.
What is God then?
So, let me explain.
Go on.
Because he's asked me what God is then.
What is God?
So I now have to answer like a Christian. not like a Muslim.
No, let him go. Don't worry, let him complete.
I know you're having a great day.
Let him complete.
Right? So the reality is, as I answer the question as a Christian, I've got to point out there's a fundamental difference between Christianity and Islam.
Of course there is.
In Islam, there is a fundamental contradiction. You affirm and deny the idea that Allah has attributes, but those attributes are anything like you can think or imagine, which means that nothing is communicated by the words you use. In Christianity, we have a different concept. We believe that we are made in the image of God, and that God himself became a man, and so there is a correspondence, a likeness between the words that we use to describe God and the reality, because he said I denied reality, that we experience in the world. So when I say God has knowledge, I can say God has knowledge because I have a facsimile.
Does he have the same knowledge?
What divine knowledge is. Let me finish.
Go on.
Calm yourself down.
No problem, Bob.
Because I have a facsimile of what knowledge is, because I'm made in the image of God.
Right.
When I say that God has hands, I can have an understanding of what that means.
That's what I'm saying.
And so these words mean something, they communicate something.
You haven't added any substance to what I said.
What you do...
You haven't added any substance.
Should I start to interrupt you whenever I want?
I'm not interrupting.
Right. You're just literally interrupting.
You're just not adding anything else than what I said.
But what you have said is that Allah knows.
Yes.
But his knowledge is not like anything you can think or imagine.
Correct.
But that means you've appealed to what people think and imagine knowledge means.
Of course.
So that means he is like something.
So are you telling me? Okay, good. All right. Now, Bob. No. Wait. Let's see. Let me ask you this question: is God all knowing?
Yes.
According to you.
Yes.
Is the knowledge of God, is it similar, and does he possess the same attributes as the human knowledge?
Is it similar?
No, I didn't ask you similar. Same.
No, it's not the same.
Thank you very much.
No.
Take care of yourself.
It's running away.
Take care. No, I'm not running away. It's a waste of time.